Sydney had a COVID breach. A few, and by the way, hilariously getting COVID back up and going in their place.
Absolutely hilarious. After all the shit the premiers and the people who live in Sydney have been given to everyone who live in
I'm not
Melbourne,
even talking
we'll
about-
never do a lockdown. All right.
I'm not even talking the irony and the
Yeah.
fact that they were calling it a stay-at-home order when it was clearly a lockdown.
So funny. Well, it's not a lockdown. You
Yeah.
just can't leave your house and all the rules are the same.
There's only four reasons to leave your house, like a lockdown.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about some of the COVID breaches that they've reported.
Yeah.
This one I think a lot of people are aware of. 2 guys were sunbathing naked on a beach near Sydney. They got startled by a deer and then ran nude into a national park. And you're thinking, Luke, that's as good as the story gets. Incorrect.
Oh,
they
there's
got
more.
found naked in a national park because they got lost by the SES. They found a guy naked wandering with a backpack in just the
What?
middle of nowhere. And then
Hang on. So he had a backpack, but in the backpack there were no clothes.
I don't know. If it was a nudist beach. I'm still not even sure why they were naked.
What is weird is why was the deer at the beach?
Oh, man, there's so many questions. Why was the deer at the beach? Then if you saw a deer, why would you run into a national park? Because I think that's where there'd be likely,
Where the deer
more
lives.
statistically, more
Yeah.
deer and also where the deer came from.
Yeah.
So don't run towards...
Run into the ocean.
Yes, exactly right. Another one was, and this was my favorite story that came out, rich people always think they're above COVID. I mean, I did it for a bit,
Yeah.
and
Where
I'm
were
not
you
rich.
last month?
Of just being above COVID, not in lockdown.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
pay for hotels for a
there
month.
and avoiding it.
Yeah.
I wasn't escaping
Luke
it.
Luke didn't leave a place that had COVID. He just made sure he never entered
Yes.
a place, basically.
Oh,
You
Sydney,
didn't-
I got out when I could see it getting bad. But I had a show in Canberra anyway, so I just left a week earlier than I was planning on.
Luke followed all of the rules.
Yes. Yeah, I did everything legally. I'm just saying rich people always try and get out. Now, there was a story of a COVID breach happening where a couple got busted in South Australia.
Yeah.
Now, if you were rich, you'd be like... And when I first read this, I was like, wow, they're fleeing to Adelaide. Bit weird, but I guess where else are you going to go at the moment? Because everywhere seems to be going into lockdown, except for us.
Adelaide would be a nice place to lock down. It's nice and small, relaxed.
They flew their private plane, it said in the article, to the Northern Territory. They got denied there. So then they flew it. So they were like, oh, we're so rich, we can afford another flight somewhere on our own plane. They flew down from Northern Territory to a place that you'd be familiar with from our Uber drive a few weeks ago, Cooper Pedy, which has a population of 1,700 people. To put that into perspective, Gympie has a population of 20,000. So it's 1/20th, almost 1/10 of the size of Gympie.
Right. So they would rock up on a private jet, just dripping in jewels,
Yeah.
and then go to the local IGA.
Not thinking that would raise suspicions at all. They'd be the only people rocking up to Cooper Pedy on a private jet.
They'd be the only people rocking up to Cooper Pedy.
It's an opal mining town where most of the people live underground in holes, like in caves. And they were caught by local police who were tasked in finding them. Not a hard job. They got caught at a karaoke bar. I'm assuming the one bar. And what interested me about this was, firstly, didn't think there'd be enough demand in that place to have a karaoke bar. Secondly, I wonder what song they got busted singing.
Yeah.
I wonder.
You're the voice?
What are rich people sing? What are
don't
rich
know.
people into?
I don't know. Well, mate, you've come to the right
I was
person.
thinking Coldplay.
Yeah, I love Coldplay.
What's like snobby pop music? I don't even know.
No. You too.
Yeah.
Definitely you too.
Yeah. They were busting out Vertigo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of the more rock stuff.
Wearing the Bono sunnies.
Hello. And then the cops were like, hi, you're under arrest.
Fuck. Yeah, that absolutely. It was definitely a
You're not
U2
in a
song.
place called Vertigo. You're in a place called Cooper Pedy and it's illegal. Get out of here.
It seems to be all of the breaches in Sydney are hilarious. Like all the breaches in Melbourne, or even when COVID got out, was like a guy went to Bunnings 3 times.
They're all just people going to kebab shops.
Yeah, but all of the ones in Sydney are crazy. Especially this guy who rocked up to a press conference and interrupted a press conference to serve the police commissioner his own handwritten cease and desist notice. This is during the press conference. A guy who, to be fair, looked exactly like Jesus, insisted that he was God and the creator of the universe.
Incorrect. I've seen the photo of him. He didn't look like Jesus. He looked like the homeless guy in Happy Gilmore.
That's what Jesus would have looked like.
Sure, I guess.
Like in all of the paintings, he's got really long, beautiful, silky hair. Looks like he came out of a Pantene ad. Let's be honest. Back in the times where Jesus was, no shampoo, barely any showers, he would have looked exactly like that guy.
He didn't have the lawnmower 3.0.
Absolutely
He wasn't
not.
using Manscaped.
So he's leaning over the microphones trying to serve the police commissioner his own cease
Can
and
you
desist
do that?
notice.
Can you serve people? Can anyone just serve anyone a cease and desist?
Yeah, because it's cease and
a
desist is
threat.
like, stop that or I'll sue you. So he can do that. So this is what he was doing.
So, did you receive my notice of cease and desist?
During the press conference, and the police commissioner's like, I don't know who you are.
Yep.
And then he starts getting led away and he starts saying this.
I am the prime creator of this earth.
I am the prime creator of this earth. Anyone who says words that fast, I am the prime creator of this earth, is nuts.
Well, yeah,
If he says
because
the sky is blue, insane.
it's just like, look, unless he's immortal, how old was he? Like 40?
Yeah, 40.
Like, it's well documented that like stuff happened before the 70s.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, like the Earth was here, people were chilling, wars happened.
Yeah.
And I believe that because I'm like, oh yeah, I went to the War Museum in Canberra. I saw a cannon, it looked old. I was like, oh yeah, that was definitely
I've met my
from the
grandfather.
40s.
I've talked to him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's older
I have
than
grandparents.
Yeah.
They were like, nah, we used to do
Do they
stuff.
know that guy?
I haven't asked them.
Well, then he might have created them. We don't really know. We're
Perhaps.
younger than our
We are
parents.
ruling out the fact that he's immortal and
Yeah.
maybe he does have it.
Doesn't
He's an all.
age.
But also, if you are some almighty power who's immortal and seen everything that's ever happened in time on this planet, why are you serving people cease and desist?
Yeah, if I had the power of God,
Yeah.
I would eliminate
I wouldn't be threatening people legally. I'd
Yeah.
just be clicking my fingers and making them
instead
cease
of going,
to desist.
Yeah, instead of going
Exist. Sorry.
instead of going let there be light, I would go let there be no admin.
Yeah.
And it would be done.
You know, I wouldn't be calling my lawyer. The chances of that bloke having a lawyer that's not his friend from the skate park,
Yeah.
huge unlikelihood.
Wow, that was a real
I got lost in the sentence. I didn't know how to finish it.
I am the prime creator of this earth.
Yeah. That's
king.
fucked.
king. I love that guy.
And what's funny is maybe for this will be really good for international listeners is this gets reported on our news like it's a thing.
Yeah.
Like our news is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like when you watch the news, it's like half a sitcom, half that's sad.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it's a national tragedy.
We all laugh at it. Like we watch it and go, "Oh, did you see the fucking lunatic that thought he made the earth?" And then we laugh, and then we all just forget about it.
Yes.
And that's our culture.
Yeah, we don't have significant news events. Like COVID is probably the only thing that's ever happened to us.
Maybe. Well, I said this early on the podcast was I've never been affected by anything before that's ever happened on a global scale other than this.
Yes.
Usually we see stuff overseas and we go, that's bad.
Bushfires is probably the only thing the whole country has cared about at once.
Yeah.
Everything else is like, she'll be right.
That's just because koalas are hella cute anyway.
Yes.
Like after bushfires happen, like I have a joke about bushfires, right? It's also, it mentions fog, right? It's
I've heard about that bit. It's the greatest bit of all time.
quite a cult bit of stand-up comedy that people may or may not have heard of.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was doing that
Speaking of cults.
I am the prime creator of this earth.
people, after I was doing that joke for a bit, like it was really trendy on the regional tour because we were going through places that were affected by bushfires. It was black on the freeways.
Half the places we went to were literally
burnt.
charred.
And now I do this bit. I kind of bring up the bushfires. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
And it's classic white people.
Yes.